Hey everybody. Um, I know I've been gone for a little bit. I just finished up taking a summer course. Beat me up, but it was good. It was really nice. And what I came to in the end was such an amazing place. And my position about black women and their voices. We have so much that we need to share with the world. We have to share it. If we're talking to a friend, if we are having conversations with our children, our parents, if we're revealing things we've never revealed before, if we are, pardon me, I'm just like little in the nose. If we are just passionate about a topic, and I really found through this class that I'm very passionate about the topic of black women speaking their truth and using their voice. You have to. I mean, think about the entire planet. Um, I can't speak for everyone else, but what I even willing to say is I've noticed that women's voices are muted a lot, but black women's voices, they're really muted. A lot of people don't hear our voice. They hear what they think is our voice, and it's not accurate. And I find that a lot of the reason that we're not speaking is because we have an entire elder community in our world, in our black community, that is tweaking us and telling us what we can and cannot say and do and everything. But we have a point of view. It just blows my mind that we want our community to be so strong and be so recognized for the beauty that it is, and yet we're not being heard. We birthed the community and we don't get to talk. And when we do talk, we're screaming so loud that nobody can hear us, because nobody wants to hear somebody screaming loud. But it is my true feeling that at the beginning, when a lot of black women decide to come forward, and I'm hoping that this just catches on somewhere, period, when a lot of black women begin to come forward and speak their truth, speak their thoughts, use their voice. In the beginning, there's going to be a lot of just so much emotion, coming forward with that. But eventually, it'll level out and become a different experience, a different sharing of voice, different thoughts will be coming out because the experience of life will begin to change. It is really my true belief that part of the reason that we are not feeling the joy within our communities that we can feel in so many different ways, is because our voices are being shut out. We're just choosing to be quiet. And I think that we have to choose to step up and stand out. And not everybody's going to get on social media and do this. Not everybody's going to write a blog. Not everybody's going to be invited to give a discourse anywhere or anything like that. But you can talk in your community. You can talk amongst your friends. You have to speak to your truth. You have to. It's in your heart. It's right here at all times. And we have to speak to our truth. We have to. There's so many people. I mean, please. Speak your truth. Tell your story. Tell your thoughts. And don't always think that you have to be in a private world with private people to have different conversations and stuff like that. I mean, you do what you want. It's your prerogative. But the more that we continue with the status quo of only certain people can understand what I'm saying, maybe we're missing the people that need to hear our voice that's in the general public, you know. And when I say that, I'm not just talking about one group of people. Maybe people need to hear our voices because we inspire them. And it's time to rethink the process about staying quiet about everything. It's time to rethink that. Okay, so I just came here real quick to have that conversation, because that's what my final presentation was on in my class. And I really am now like, yo, we got to talk. We have to say what is our truth. We have to speak. We have to let people know if we support them, if we don't, what type of support it is that we need, and what type of support we don't want. Because sometimes people think they're supporting you, and you really taking it as them being overly critical, and they're really trying to support you. But you need to be able to say to them, yo, I don't need that support, or I do need this type of support, right? We need to be able to use our voices. So I hope that this reaches somebody, and somebody talks and says whatever it is that they have to say. There were so many books that I read in that class that eventually pushed me to this place. And the place is a place of use your voice. Speak. Your voice can come in the form of art, music, talking, writing, you know, making your home beautiful. But use your voice. I mean, and I know you think, oh, making your home beautiful. But how many people have lived with a person who had such a big personality? And let's say you're living with them and it's your mate, and you really want like an all white living room, and they're fighting you on it. No, we should get black leather. And you're like, I want white cloth. This is what I want. But you give in to them. And it turns into a cycle of giving in to them. And eventually you're just stifled. It's all about them because they got their big personality. And all I'm saying is that you need to be able to stand up and say, I said I want a white living room. And they might be like, well, I'm not going to put no money towards it. And you'd be like, that's cool, because I want a white living room. And I'm going to get that white living room. And it may just bring a sense of beauty to you and to them that nobody was even expecting. I have seen this situation play out personally myself. Seriously. So I'm just saying to you, to anybody that's watching this, use your voice. Use your voice. There are a lot of women that are using their voices, a whole lot. And when I say that, I mean they're using their voices a whole lot. There are women who are using their voices a whole lot. There are not a whole lot of black women who are really speaking on a myriad of things, kind of pigeonholed in certain areas. So I just wanted to say that use your voice. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye. Ain't no finish. End.